Well, good morning, everybody, and I guess first and foremost, thank you all for being here. I want to thank Garrett Ranji for his excellent guitar playing while we are getting this kicked off. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. No, excellent. Thank you. Again, thank you all for joining us. You will first off note that Dr. Sonia Peacock will be joining us virtually today. There, she's up there on the screen. I think we got all the technology working there. So she's like me with technology. It's like once it goes blank, it's like uh-oh, I got to call somebody. So I think she was able to call Melanie on that one there. So, all right, so. Dr. Sonia and Don, we absolutely miss your physical presence, but they have a little bit of COVID there, so be best that they are where they are. So we wish both of you good health as kind of getting through that in your recovery. So also want to welcome all of the Peacock and the Culver family and friends who are here, all of the college trustees, who are also in attendance, all the college colleagues, both active and retired, all of our foundation board members who are in attendance, and of course all of our community members who have come to join us on this auspicious occasion. And it's one that we are very, very excited to share with you. My name is Rob Schwartz, and I am the president of I'm the board of directors of the Lewis and Clark Community College Foundation. I guess I don't even know what my title is, yeah, I'm the board of directors of the foundation. I'm honored to be a part of this special event, and today we are here to celebrate a family that is carrying on the legacy of access to higher education that Benjamin Godfrey started in 1838 when he built Monticello College, now known as Lewis and Clark Community College. Lewis and Clark was an early adapter of student access to mental health services under the leadership of providers including Dr. Sonia Peacock, Millicent McAfoose, and Dr. Linda Chapman, and others. Lewis and Clark emerged as a pioneer in the effort to establish services for students with development disabilities and mental health needs inspired by her students. Dr. Peacock earned her doctorate to provide our students with the best possible care. So, Dr. Peacock, we're going to give you one more round of applause and want to recognize all of your accomplishments. So we are here to celebrate Dr. Peacock's career at Lewis and Clark and honor those who championed her vision, including her husband, Don, who is also a virtual, I'm sure, somewhere near Dr. Peacock there, and her daughter, Melanie Culver. If you want to stand there, Melanie. Her son-in-law, Jay Culver. And we are here to recognize Dr. Peacock's body of work and to ensure it continues at Lewis and Clark. Jay and Melanie have established the Dr. Sonia Peacock Endowed Fund for Mental Health Services and the Dr. Sonia Peacock and Don Peacock Endowed Fund. The income funds from these endowments will support mental health counseling, programming, and research, plus scholarships for students and an endowed chair for mental health and counseling. This will be Lewis and Clark Community College's first endowed faculty chair. How exciting are the prospects represented by these substantial resources? And especially a thank you to Melanie and Jay for your willingness to invest in Lewis and Clark's students. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ken Traska, President of Lewis and Clark Community College. Ken?
So first and foremost, thank you, Rob, and welcome everyone this morning to this remarkable event. We are so indebted to the family behind me, and of course Dr. Peacock for being a remarkable woman and somebody who's truly trailblazed forward and is here with us today virtually. But what's going to happen beyond here is just so inspiring. So thank you, and thank you, Dr. Peacock. So I think it goes without saying that Lewis and Clark is quite an amazing institution, and I think a big part of it being such an amazing place, and many of you in the crowd today spent much of your career here at Lewis and Clark. You've left big shoes to fill for us as we move forward, and of course two individuals that I would be remiss if I didn't thank is Dr. Linda and Dale Chapman for just creating something special, and it's amazing to be able to be in a position to carry upon the great work that was done by Dale, but also to, of course, continue to shape the vision and direction as we move forward in higher education. So thank you to both of you as well. A couple of other thank yous. Dr. Artis, I know who's here in the back, our Vice President of Administration, Cody Zipman, who's probably not here, but he is always hard at work behind the scenes, who's our Supervisor of Campus Logistics, Brad Raish, Garrett, who we've thanked already, but thank you, Garrett, for the great, I've always aspired to do that, but it's never going to happen, so thank you for giving us some great music. Hannah and Bella Milano for always doing a remarkable job with the food, and of course I see Dwight, our board chair, and anyone else who I've missed, just thank you all for supporting this work behind the scenes. Of course, our AV crew, thank you, gentlemen, as always, for just making it happen, because it couldn't happen without you. Terry Austin, our counselor, Dr. Hill, and the entire team in our Center for Access and Accommodations, all who truly are continuing the great work that Sonia Peacock has left, and really the expectation that she has set through her amazing work in the past. The services provided by the Center for Student Access and Accommodation include a number of things. Obviously, academic support for students with learning differences, professional counseling for our students, disability support services that students are entitled for under the Americans with Disability Act and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, as a supported college transition program that provides a study skills class and a college transition class for students with some mainstreaming in high school. And for those students who have had few inclusive experiences in high school, the College for Life program provides courses that continue an educational experience with peers in a post-secondary setting. In response to increases in the demand for care, Lewis and Clark is embracing a broader culture of well-being and better equipping all of our team members to support students in need. The Peacock Culver Endowment will advance LC's efforts to become a more equitable institution that ensures student success across all spectrums. The timing of these Peacock Culver endowments come at a critical juncture between the effects on student mental health as a result of COVID and the difficulties of re-entering a post-COVID world. So it is my honor on behalf of our college trustees, our entire college team who works so hard each and every day to advance the student experience. I want to thank Melanie and Jay for honoring Sonia and Don in such a spectacular and meaningful way. Thank you for assuring that mental health and counseling services and programs will remain robust and relevant at Lewis and Clark. Dr. Saunier, thank you for breaking new ground during your tenure here at Lewis and Clark. You are a legacy and you are respected in so many ways. Thank you. So again, welcome to Lewis and Clark, and it's now my honor to introduce Mr. Jay Culver.
Thank you. Again, I want to extend my thanks for you all being here today. A little over a year ago, Melanie and I started to think about planning for the future, and part of that obviously was estate planning and how that would be handled, though we hope it'll be some time before that's needed. In discussing what was important to us, we talked about how we got to where we are today. While there were a number of things that contributed to the success and our success, two factors stood out as instrumental in that process. One was the support of family, and second was education. As we thought about these values, Lewis and Clark immediately came to mind, given its ties to our family and its role in the community. The college represents a chance for many people to access educational opportunities and resources that would not otherwise be available to them. This gift is our way to help as many people as possible to take advantage of those opportunities. A secondary benefit is that it also allows us to recognize the contributions of Don and Sonia to our success, as well as to the Lewis and Clark community. I first met Don and Sonia over 30 years ago. Although only dating for a short time, Melanie invited me to spend Thanksgiving with her family in Wood River. Little did I know what I was in for over that holiday weekend. After spending the afternoon polishing silver, I was given a Myers-Briggs personality test and an IQ test. I thought that was a bit strange, but I guess the positive is that it did confirm that my IQ is higher than Melanie's. So, apparently no major issues were discovered as they accepted me as part of the family, and we've been making great memories ever since. Setting up this gift in their name is our way to honor their commitment to Lewis and Clark and the values it stands for. Our desire is that it will help others to achieve their hopes and dreams as well. Thank you.
Y'all sit back. I'm not known for short speeches. Just kidding. Y'all are going to be thanked a lot today because I also would like to thank all of you for being here. I look out and I see so much love in this room. Mom's colleagues from Lewis and Clark Community College, special friends, our family, book club. There are just so many special groups represented here, and it is a pleasure to have all of you. Thanks also to Lewis and Clark and the many professionals across multiple disciplines who made this event happen twice. Then, as of yesterday, jumped into quick action to make sure Mom could still participate via Zoom. Her heart is broken that she's not here. Of course, I'm so sorry my parents aren't here today, but I know that they feel the love that this gift represents from us all the way over on White Oak Trail. As all of you know Mom, however much you might imagine that she's disappointed about not being here, double it, and you're probably still not close. Missing this event was truly painful for her, and she is so thankful to all of you, I know as well, who could attend this ceremony. A huge thank you hardly expresses the appreciation I have for Doctors Dale and Linda Chapman. They have been helpful in so many ways, starting with helping us figure out how to structure this gift so that it did meet the objectives that were so close to Jay's and my heart. However, as important as that was, the effort may have been dwarfed by their scrambling skills to arrange this event, then rearrange this event, and then help us Zoom in Mom. Thank you so much. Jay and I feel incredibly fortunate to be in a position to be able to make this gift. We are here in very, very large part due to the support, and that is support that was both financial and emotional, that we've received over our lives from our parents. So that it sort of seems fitting now that we're celebrating this event between Mother's and Father's Day, even if we have to do it outside of Mom and Dad's presence. Both the Culvers and my parents, the Peacocks, have supported us completely, even as our careers have taken us far away from home. We chose to name this gift in honor of my parents, Dr. Sonia Peacock and Don Peacock, as this is their community. Dad created a business here. Mom served this community through her career, and they both continue to love this community in their retirement. As Jay said, and when we started our planning, we wanted our gift to reflect our values. We did talk through multiple ideas and landed on funding education because we felt like it was so foundational to our being able to establish our own careers. And we felt like by doing that, we might not only help the people who received it, but generations beyond that, as it may affect their families like it had ours. Sometimes, though, it seemed like just that financial support, even when financial resources are available, completing your training or education is increasingly difficult as people are trying to balance jobs, families, and other life stresses along the way. We had a direct window into some of those struggles that students face when Mom was still working. You know, we would talk about what was going on and what crisis a student might be able to solve with her help, or how she was trying to help, or Linda, come up with some creative solution. And it just gave us insight into how important a full set of support can be to students. It seems like many of these struggles have also gotten more difficult. Thus, therefore, we wanted to offer substantial services that were also dedicated to mental health support and mental health services, along with financial support for tuition. So at this point, we're kind of settled. Okay, we want to do financial assistance to students, we want to do mental health services, but where? Lewis and Clark Community College was an obvious choice for us, but I want to say a little bit more about why. It may seem like it was completely driven by Mom's work here, and while that was certainly really important, we felt like we understand the importance Lewis and Clark Community College has in the greater Alton area. This is a community of people with a tremendous work ethic and a can-do attitude, but it's hard to learn new skills, train for a new career path, or even work on self-development if there's no nearby resource where quality instruction is available. LCCC, got the right number of C's in there, is that place. We were also inspired by the gift of Mr. Weber to create the beautiful welding center that's here on campus. We loved the fact that he invested in the people of this community, and that's what we hope to do as well. We've done a little bit of upfront funding toward our total commitment to Lewis and Clark, and we actually hope Lewis and Clark doesn't get the rest of the money for quite a while. But, who knows? Whenever that time does come, though, we are so confident in the fact that these resources will be put to good use, and we're so happy that we've had some opportunity to help. So thank you so much. And now I'm going to turn it over to our Zoomer, my mother, Dr. Sonia Peacock.
Thank you, Dr. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Jay. And thank you, everybody, for all those kind words. I'm so sorry that I'm not there to hear them in person. It's like I cannot believe that all my good friends and colleagues are having a party and I'm not there. So that is very sad. But this is an exceptional moment for the Culver Peacock family. It's easy to say thank you for the little things that people do every day. Oh, thank you for this, thank you for that. But when it comes to saying thank you or expressing the gratitude that you have for a gift of this magnitude, it is very hard. I can say it to Melanie and Jay in private, but I really want to say in public that our hearts are full. We appreciate so much their understanding and respect for the importance of higher education and the importance of all the support services and the mental health services that go along with that. The impact of this gift will change the lives of so many students in this college area in ways that are just really unimaginable right now, but lives will be changed because of this. I am deeply grateful, will always be. But the other part of my deeply grateful goes to my husband, Don, who had no idea when he married that 17-year-old girl that he would be supporting higher education his whole life, both financially, emotionally, in every way. He is my partner, and we've been together for 62 years, and it's been quite the ride. My special thanks too to Shantea and Wagner and Debbie Edelman. When this first came about, they threw themselves into it like it was their own personal party. I mean, I just really appreciate the way that they have responded to this. And of course, not enough gratitude is out there to say what I feel about how Dale and Linda have responded to this. They immediately took this whole thing to their hearts and worked to shape it the way that Melanie and Jay wanted, and to shape it in a way that would meet more student needs. And it was very meaningful to me, the time and effort that they have put into this to make it just right. Like Melanie said, they did it once. They spent most of their Christmas season on it last year, and then they turned around and did it again this spring. And then Dale is nothing if not flexible. When today came and Don and I are testing positive, and we would not expose our friends to that at all, that he managed to Zoom it so that I could speak to you and tell you how happy I am that you are all there. I watched you come in on the Zoom. I was able to see you. I was able to see you walking around and talking to each other. And I will always remember that you were here for us. I would like to mention some members of my family who could not be here. My brothers, John Yates and his partner Betty, my brother Lanny and his wife Alice, my brother Dave, who could not be here, and my brother Gary, who could not be here, and our brother Michael, who is no longer with us. I come from a big family with big heart, and it is so wonderful at this time in our lives to have something so awesome to celebrate. I guess thank you again. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being my friends and my supporters and my colleagues. But one other thing is that you're only as good as the people around you. And I was so lucky. I was just so lucky throughout my career to have people like Lynn Yearwood when we worked together at East Hollywood River. And then when I came to the college, Linda, Millicent, Carla, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, truly just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many more. And the support staff that we had, incredible support staff, incredible. And we all knew that nothing happens without the support staff, absolutely nothing. So thank you all. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. I think that's it for me.
Note to self, never follow Dr. Sonia Peacock on a speaking platform. Lynn and I are so honored to add our thanks to the Culvers and the Peacocks for their generosity. Sonia noted that Lynn and I assisted on the planning of the ceremony. Sonia was modest enough not to note that we got so good at this, so doing it a couple of times here, that it was so sophisticated that it was picked up and used for the coronation of King Charles. I don't know if you knew that or not. Jay wanted horses today. We got him one, and Sonia wanted a crown. We didn't work on that. By the way, Melanie, this really puts pressure on you for next year's Mother's Day and Father's Day gift, I might add. Even though we lack some pageantry, I hope that our sincere appreciation is felt and recognized. Today's signing ceremony is truly one of those extremely rare occasions, for a counselor at a community college to be honored by her daughter and son-in-law for their extraordinary acts of selflessness to students, their families, and her colleagues. For 20 years, Dr. Sonia Peacock, along with her colleagues, met the immediate needs of students and their families desperate for mental health services. These included the need to be safe, the need for medications to be able to function, to stay in the classes that they were in, and millions of other in-the-moment interventions. Let's take a moment to let that set in. Just think of the thousands of students who found pathways thanks to interventions by Sonia and her colleagues. Students who, decades later, are thriving in careers, have supported successful families, and have made positive contributions to their communities. Building on this proven mental health legacy, these amazing endowments that we are memorializing today will place Lewis and Clark Community College in the forefront of providing critical, innovative mental health programs, scholarships, and services to students for generations of students to come. As has been suggested earlier, we're planting sequoias today, and the majesty of these endowments, like sequoias, will be years in the making, but they'll be here. These endowments will be perpetual, they'll be impactful on generations of students and their families. Oh yeah. Please rise and once more give appreciation to Jay and Melody Culver and Don and Sonia Peacock. Thank you all.
All right. That's a wonderful moment and well deserved. Thank you very much. Great words. I also want to just let everyone know we do have some members of the foundation board who are here, and this board that we have is really made up of business leaders, community leaders, people who just want to give back to the community. We have a wonderful foundation board, and our total focus is to support the faculty and the students here at Lewis and Clark Community College. We all know that this is just a wonderful gem and just contributes to our community so much, makes a huge impact. We all know that. And so we work hard to raise funds to support support Lewis and Clark Community College. And to have the family here, the Peacock and Culver family, give their financial resources and really their heart and soul back to the college, I know it warms everyone's heart on the foundation board, because that is our main focus, and we truly appreciate that very much. So on behalf of the foundation board, thank you very much to the Peacock and Culver family. Okay, many thanks to our speakers, and really to all of you for taking the time to be here today. So we will move forward with the signing of the documents. Afterwards, we'll take some photographs, and we really encourage all of you to please stay a while and visit, and there's plenty of refreshments over there. So I believe Melanie is going to start us off. And when you're done, just remain standing by me. Now I'm looking at Debbie here. Oh, start here. We're a well-oiled machine right here, so. May 19th. Okay, and then Jay is going to come up. Absolutely, those are special pens. They go into like a museum box, I think is what happens. So.
I thought there were going to be so many, you know how the president signs like one letter with one pen?
Okay, and then we would have had Dr. Sonia come up and sign, but she's going to sign virtually, I guess, is what we're going to do. We'll have that signature later. Let's see here. Next, we have Dr. Traska. Dr. Chapman will sign. Left-handed pen. Do they make those especially for you? Okay, and then I will sign. I know this is quite entertaining for you right now.
Okay, they've asked me to sing. No, I'm just kidding. All right, the signing ceremony is complete. So. Okay, once again, congratulations to Dr. Sonia and Don Peacock for all of their accomplishments, and particularly for what they are giving back to the Lewis and Clark Community College. And our sincerest gratitude goes to Jay and Melanie Culver. So one more round of applause.
that concludes our program, and thank you for attending, everyone.